In conversations on gender dynamics, the idea of male archetypes has received a significant amount of attention in recent years. The phrase Sigma male has arisen as a term to characterize persons who possess independent and introverted tendencies, and who are frequently presented as self-reliant and nonconformist. This archetype is one of the many that may be found among these archetypes. On the other hand, it has become more common to notice that Sigma males have a tendency to be less likely to approach women in a romantic way, or to engage in traditional activities associated with courtship. This video will investigate the elements that may contribute to this decline and shed light on the complicated interplay between society upheavals, changing gender roles, and individual choices. Its goal is to shed light on the complex interplay between societal shifts, evolving gender roles, and individual preferences. Before we move any further, if you're new to our channel, then must subscribe to us for more amazing content. Let's start. Number 5. The redefinition of gender roles. The constant process of redefining the roles that men and women are expected to play in today's society is one key reason that contributes to the decreased propensity of Sigma males to approach women. Men were expected to be the ones to pursue romantic relationships first and foremost according to the traditional gender roles and expectations. The advancement of feminism and the push for gender equality, on the other hand, has given women a greater sense of agency and the ability to actively voice their wants and interests. As a consequence of this, there is less of a need for men to take on the role of primary initiators, which may cause some males to shy away from approaching women since they see their traditional position to be obsolete. In addition, the shifting dynamics of dating and romance have been brought about by the increased emphasis placed on permission and the respect of personal boundaries. It is now encouraged for males to approach women with sincere respect, with the goal of developing a bond based on mutual comprehension and permission. This change might cause fear in Sigma males, who may become more cautious in their approach and prefer to wait for definite signals of interest from women before making a move. This is because of the change in the way women communicate their desire to be pursued. As a consequence of this, guys may opt to avoid making the first move in a conversation and instead wait for women to take the initiative. Number 4. Anxiety in social situations and a fear of being rejected. Sigma males are frequently characterized by introversion, a propensity for solitude, and a dependence on their own resources. These characteristics are often accompanied by a heightened sensitivity to rejection, as well as social anxiety, both of which might prevent individuals from approaching women. Fear of rejection is something that almost every human being has experienced at some point in their lives. Sigma men, due to their naturally self-conscious nature, may be especially averse to the possible emotional suffering that could be caused by rejection. Their desire to connect with women can be overshadowed by the fear of being judged or of having to face embarrassment, which causes them to err on the side of caution and avoid approaching them at all costs. Additionally, social anxiety, which is characterized by uneasiness in social situations, can also be a contributing factor to the reduction in the number of Sigma males approaching women. For people who suffer from social anxiety, engaging in social interactions, particularly those that involve love interests, can be a very unpleasant experience. The pressure to create a good impression, mixed with the fear of saying or doing something wrong, can make approaching women an intimidating prospect. The pressure to make a good impression can make approaching women an overwhelming proposition. Because Sigma males tend to be introspective and self-aware, they may discover that it is more relaxing to withdraw into their own places, where they are free to avoid the situations that cause them to experience anxiety, such as face-to-face interaction. Number 3. Shifting communication dynamics. The development of new technologies and the proliferation of social media have brought about fundamental shifts in the dynamics of communication and the nature of interpersonal interactions. Online platforms, such as dating apps and social networking sites, have become an increasingly popular choice for people to use in order to engage in social interaction in our modern era. As a result of this transformation, An environment has been established in which face-to-face encounters and introductions are increasingly being replaced by their virtual counterparts. Sigma guys, who typically feel more at ease in non-social settings, might be more likely to engage with potential partners in the digital arena rather than approaching them in person. This is because Sigma males tend to be more introverted than other types of people. Sigma guys have access to a level of control and distance afforded by the online sphere, which enables them to deliberately shape the relationships they have with others. They have the ability to take their time to think about what they want to say and how they want to say it, which helps reduce the risk of social anxiety brought on by unplanned face-to-face interactions. They can more effectively display their individuality and interests through the use of online platforms, which also provides them with the ability to connect with other people who share similar interests. Despite this, Sigma men's predilection for digital contact may, unintentionally, result in a reduction in the number of in-person approaches they make. Number 2. A strong yearning for authentic interactions. Sigma guys, in general, place a high importance on their autonomy and genuineness, and as a result, they frequently favor more profound and significant interactions over superficial meetings. In a society where hooking up and casual dating are common practices, Sigma males may face feelings of disillusionment or disconnection from these types of relationships. They may be looking for true emotional ties, which they believe are more likely to be developed through shared interests, mutual understanding, and organic meetings, as opposed to forced or artificial methods of interaction. They may be yearning for these kinds of connections. In addition, Sigma males may be more predisposed to cultivating connections within the communities or social circles they are already a part of, particularly those in which they have a strong sense of belonging. Because of their quest for authenticity, they may place a higher priority on forming relationships with people they have known for a longer period of time or have a deeper understanding of. As a consequence of this, they might not feel the need to actively approach women who are not part of these circles, which would lead to a decrease in the number of overall approach attempts made by these individuals. Number 1. Societal stigma and stereotyping. Sigma males, like other archetypes, are subject to certain societal stigmas and stereotyping. This is especially true in the case of the Sigma male. These impressions can lead to feelings of being misunderstood or judged, which causes Sigma males to pull back from approaching women as a strategy of protecting themselves from potential rejection. It can be difficult for Sigma guys to negotiate the complexities of modern dating due to the stigma that is associated with introversion and nonconformity. This alienation might be caused by the fact that these traits are stigmatized. Introverted traits, on the other hand, are sometimes devalued or even perceived as symptoms of weakness, whereas assertiveness and extroversion are frequently associated with confidence in popular stereotypes. As a consequence of this, Sigma males might be more likely to avoid initiating conversations with women out of fear that they will be judged as socially inept or as missing the characteristics that are desired in a future romantic partner. They might believe these stereotypes to be accurate about themselves and avoid situations in which they believe their genuine selves might be misunderstood or minimized. The fall in the number of Sigma males who approach women can be due to a combination of factors, including the changing gender dynamics, the fear of rejection, the changing communication methods, the desire for true connections, and the stigmas that exist in society. These factors interact with the one-of-a-kind characteristics and preferences of Sigma guys, causing them to choose alternate means of communicating with potential partners or to completely retreat from traditional techniques. Because of the ongoing changes in society, it is more important than ever to cultivate an atmosphere that is accepting of a wide variety of displays of masculinity. This should be done with the recognition that different people may opt to pursue meaningful connections in a variety of different ways. This is it for today's video. If you enjoyed watching this video, then subscribe to our channel for more.